So after you have blended this, you can taste it to see if you need anything else such as salt. Once you're done, you should get a consistency like this. So next is to knead this for about 3 to 5 minutes. Once you're done, wrap this into some parchment paper, then foil paper. So my camera had stopped recording, but as I mentioned, wrap this into the parchment paper and then the foil paper. What I'm going to do is to steam this. So right here I have a pot of water, and to this I place a colander. I'm going to add the seitan, cover it and allow it to steam for 1 hour. One hour later the seitan is steamed, but before you move on to the other steps, allow it to cool down a bit. So the next step is to break up the seitan into some smaller pieces, and these don't have to be perfect. This can be the base for most seitan recipes. I mean, this is not just limited to brown stew. You can curry it, barbecue it, jerk it, and the list goes on. I posted a few seitan recipes a while back. I will put links for those. So to make the brown stew, I'm going to add some carrots, bell peppers. I'm using red and green, 1 whole scotch bonnet pepper, onion, ginger, and thyme. So now I'm going to lightly season the seitan, because remember the seitan was seasoned already. I added half a teaspoon of unrefined coconut oil, and that's just to, give the seitans a bit more moisture and allow the dry seasonings to coat it properly. I will put the full list and measurements of everything that I use in the description, so make sure you check that out. I added everything except the scotch bonnet pepper. I'm going to add it once I start cooking this down. I'm going to cover this with some saran wrap and allow it to marinate for about 15-20 minutes. In that meantime, I'm going to go ahead and prepare the dumpling and the breadfruit. Right here I have spelt and unbleached all-purpose flour, but you can use either one. You will need some water to knead the flour, and of course the boiling breadfruit. So this is no different than some of my other boiling dumpling videos. I did not add any salt to this. If you want to add a pinch of salt, go right ahead. I'm going to add salt to the pot. That's good enough for me. So for those who never made dumplings before, once you form the dough, just break a small piece, roll it in both palms of your hand, and then use your thumb or the side part of your thumb to press the center. And that's dumpling. So for the breadfruit, I just cut it in half, then cut each piece in half, peel it, and remove the heart. Now the heart is the middle part. To a pot of water, add some salt. Once this comes to a boil, add the dumpling and the breadfruit. Once you've added everything, give this a stir and cover your pot halfway to prevent it from boiling over. The dumplings are ready when they float to the top, and as far as the breadfruit, you should be able to pierce it with a fork. So while that cook, I'm going to brown stew the seitan. So right here I added some unrefined coconut oil, and I'm going to sear the seitans for about 2 to 3 minutes. Once the side facing down have that brown crust, flip it to the other side. And as I mentioned, this should only take about 2 to 3 minutes. If you want to omit the oil, you can bake it and then cook it down with all the other ingredients. So now I'm going to add some water, the vegetables, a ketchup mixture, and adjust the taste. The same bowl that you marinate the seitan in, rinse it with some water and pour it into the pot. Right here I added a ketchup mixture, and this is just ketchup, water, and a little bit of sugar to balance the tartness from the ketchup. The seitan will not produce any liquid, so it's okay to add enough liquid, and especially if you're the type that love a lot of gravy. So here I added some coconut milk, and this definitely helps to build the gravy, and it also gives this a nice flavor. I'm also going to adjust the taste by adding some all-purpose seasoning. I'm going to add the scotch bonnet pepper, give this a stir, and cover this to simmer down for about 15 minutes. If you need a bit more color to this, you can add a few drops of browning. So everything is prepared, brown stew seitan up and ready to eat, and this looks, smells, and tastes amazing. I also made some steamed callaloo to go with this, and I just cooked this down in some coconut milk and seasonings. That's it, but I have a more detailed video. I will put a link for it. There you have it, lovely people. This was so delicious. I know the seitan is a bit time consuming, but trust me, it's worth it. I hope you all try and enjoy the recipe, and until next time, stay safe and God bless.